Okay. Welcome back, reinforcement learning. This session I explained the preventing catastrophic problem by using experience replay. Catastrophic problem is the one of the problem in reinforcement learning. In this reinforcement learning, the algorithms forget the previous knowledge, what the knowledge they acquired during the training. That knowledge is they forget in reinforcement algorithms. So that problem is solved by using experience replay technique. So what is the catastrophic problem? What is the catastrophic problem means? The catastrophic forgetting refers to the situation in online reinforcement learning when an algorithm overrides previous learned weights. The algorithm override the previous learned weights. That's the create the problem in algorithm. It making incapable of properly learning process, and it making the problem created in retain the past knowledge. Okay, this will happen in reinforcement algorithms. That's called a catastrophic forgetting. It is the previous learning experience is override with some other, that's create the problem. That problem is called a catastrophic forgetting. So these situations are, for example, in game 1, the player moves right and receive the positive reward for reaching the goal. The player move the right side and receive the positive reward in order to reaching the goal. The game 2, it has the same environment, the same move right, place the player into pit, resulting in a negative reward. Here, even though the environment seems similar, the desired action lead to the different outcomes. The desired action leads to different outcomes, which confuses the learning algorithm. So it confuses the learning algorithm. The algorithm updates its knowledge. It forget previous associations. Previous associations means the previous actions and their corresponding rewards, the corresponding movements, the corresponding next states. That is called a previous associates of the all are erased or forgets. So which can lead to the lack of meaningful learning. So this will happen in reinforcement learning. Some algorithms, that is overcome by using experience replay. The experience replay method we are using to prevent the catastrophic forgetting. This method achieved by this it stores the previous knowledge data, the previous knowledge, that is called experience. The agent's experience is stored and replaying that experience later in training. It stores the previous experience of the agent is stored in some buffer, and that knowledge we are using replaying then later in training. So this breaks the correlation between the consecutive updates, and it improves the stability of the learning. So this is the experience replay method. It stores the previous agent experience, that is replaying in later in training. So in this experience replay, it has the following steps. The first one is collect the experience. Collect the experience means collect the data from previous one. So when the agent takes an action, what is the responses? Is the state of the environment also change? He got some reward. So when the agent takes an action in a state S, the outcomes are the state change and action reward and new state. This all data, the association of that action, what are the data is associated with the action, present state, next state and reward. These all are stored in a replay buffer. That is called a experience replay, the replay buffer. And store the experience. The replay buffer accumulate the experiences up to predefined capacity. It defines some buffer size. Up to that buffer size, it accumulate the data for the actions. And random sampling, once the buffer is filled, the random sample of past experience is selected and to be replayed during the training. Okay, the buffer is filled, but again it is select the one of the experience, it is replayed during the session. So it is updated, batch update. These selected experiences are used for batch updates, and similar to how to supervise learning operate within a mini batches. So these are the 4 steps in experience. First one, they collect the experience and store that experience, and random sampling. If the buffer is filled, it apply the random sampling, update the batches. By this is the process in experience replay to store the previous knowledge of the agent. This what are the benefit for the experience replay means it breaks the correlation. What is the correlation means? It is the consecutive experiences, the correlation between the consecutive experiences. They are the model achieves the most stable and robust learning in using experience and improve the generalization. It is helping it learning general strategies rather than specialized specific states, and stabilize the learning. It is also stabilize the learning. The experience replay enables the more stable gradient updates, which leads to the smoother and more reliable learning curve. So the benefits of the experience replay is break correlations and improve the generalization and stabilize the learning process. The implementation, we store the data previous experience using the data structure is a double-ended queue. DQ we are using to store the previous experiences we are stored in double-ended queue. The remaining operations are same. This is the PyTorch code to implement the experience replay. We are using double-ended queue to store the previous experience. The effectiveness in mitigating the forgetting, we are experience replay by using experience. The queue network is trained not only on the most recent actions taken, but it also and random sample of past experience. It is trained on not only the recent one, but it is also trained on a previous one that is selected by randomly. This ensures that the agent retains the knowledge of the various states and their associated actions rather than overwriting previous learning with each new experience. The experience replay has been successfully implemented in deep queue network. This is a major advancement in reinforcement learning in order to solve the catastrophic forgetting. Thank you.